Okay, so let me teach y'all how to hem a dress. So I already know where I want it pinned, but you can choose wherever you want it and then use one of these guys to pin it wherever and then measure it. Just get any measuring tape or a ruler or whatnot just to keep track. And starting from the bottom here, work my way up to almost the 6 mark. And it is important that you stretch it, the fabric. And then pin that straight through. We're going to do that basically all throughout this dress here. So, again, from the bottom, measure up how much you want it. Here, go up. Make sure you stretch it out a little bit to the 6 mark. And then my pin is not close to me, but I can reach for it. Like that. And then roughly they'll be like around the same size. And then, yeah, we're going to keep going all the way through. Okay, so it's not fully pinned all the way around, but for the most part, I'll have a few, and I'll pin as I go along. And we're going to make a few cuts. And if you're not confident in cutting, I'd say, like, cut sections off, kind of like this one, where they end up being, like, long triangles or squares. This is a slit dress. So it would still work with like a regular dress if it didn't have a slit. So you're gonna cut carefully. Take your time while cutting. Be extra patient on it. And trust the process. Always trust the process. So it looks bad, but that's okay because that's the part we're getting rid of anyways. So don't stress. This is the part where you want to be more careful. Initially, once you cut up to your little pen, you can take it out and go along the cut. And just like that, we have the first little square, and it's the same thing here. I'm not too confident in cutting in a straight line, so I kind of do it by square sections. Cut straight up into the middle. Turn it. Take our pin out. And cut. Overall, this process can take you to about like an hour to a half hour. So 30 minutes. Depends on how fast you go or how slow you are being. Okay, so one thing I forgot to mention is like when you first pin the dress, when you wear it, where you want it to be. Let's just say I wanted to pin the dress right here. This is where I wanted it. Ankle height or something like that. I'd do 2 fingers and then I'd put the pin right down where my 2 fingers would be after that. And from there, you would measure. You take this, flip it on the other side, and measure from the bottom of the dress here to where this pin is. And that's why I know where all my pins are going to be all across. And that's where I'm going to cut. Like I showed you before, it's a cut straight up and then to how much. You can do it all the way through if you want to with the cut. But this is how I do it, and I find it more productive that way. Okay, so now when you have all your fabric cut to your specified length, you are going to use 2 fingers, and with that, you're going to fold it in like this way. Not this way. Inside. And this is very important as well. Yeah, just make sure it's 2 fingers length, and then you can put a few pins in it if you need to keep it in place. Otherwise, you are going to sew it by hand. This is where the lovely part comes in. Pin a few of these. And you don't have to have pins. You can also use safety pins or maybe thumbtacks, but these ones are more recommended. Okay, so personally I am using blue thread because I don't have green thread. But normally you want to use the same color as thread as you have for whatever project or dress you're doing. But for me, it's okay if you don't have it though. So, how we're going to start off is, okay, so where it's at, I'm basically going to shimmy this up a bit. And then through here, go like this. Hold on a minute. Like this, a little bit, poke through. And then just like that. Pull. I have a long piece of thread at the end here. And then again, we're going to go through from the bottom here. And then we're going to overlap this here. And this time though, when I pull through, there's going to be a little hole kind of between these two. So right here, kind of, you see like the hole forming. We're going to just put this through. And then, hold on. Not get it caught on your pin. Hold it in place and slowly just continue to pull. Really, it's just patience. Remove that. And you're gonna do this again. So, just to get it really anchored down to the hem here. Just like that. And then for mine, for like sides like this, I just kind of like to go flatten it out and then always take your time with this because you never know when you might mess up and it's kind of hard to go back. You can do it, but it's a pain. Yeah, I'm just kind of going across. So poke through here, pull, and then on the other side here, poke through, pull, and so forth. So once you finish, we're going to move on to actually starting to go through the motions of all of this. So not that I can show very, very well, but like so we did with the hem, we're gonna go under, and you only want to take as little as you can here with, so it's not that much, and then over top, hold on. So take a little bit. Don't know if you can see that very, very well, but a little, and then put this over, stab, pull through, take your time. And it should be kind of connecting with the first one. It's hard to see, but kind of like that. You're going to keep doing that as well. So pull that out. Take only a little bit. Put this over. Stab through. Pull. And there. Be kind of like that. It's okay if it's a bit sloppy because on the other end you will not see it that much. And there will be like little kind of marks in it, but unless someone's going right down on their knees and coming up to your dress and be like, oh, I see that, they won't notice. So it's all good. And if you want to tie it off to double knot it kind of like over here, you're just gonna go through again, up, so in, and then in through here, and then also make a hole as well, which I'll show later on. Okay, so basically what I have here is I'm going to be ending the hem that I have along here. So what's going to happen is, as you can see, I've already went through underneath, up here, and then through here, over here, and that's why this is out here. So you're just going to take this, put it through the little hole, like so, and pull. And you're going to do that again, so in through here. It's better to do it with my other hand. Yeah, so in through here, up there, and then when there's a circle, push it through and pull. And that's mostly what I can tell you about sewing by hand.